Hello excited, I'm internet. Wait, that's wrong. Hello internet, I am excited, that's the one. Why am I excited? Well, I just did this really weird writing exercise in lecture today and it was just so much fun. It blew my twisted little mind. It was great. Well, kind of. Then we had to read it out and I had to edit all of the swearing and the sex out of mine, but never mind, eh? Basically, we were given these two poems that were in different languages. One was in French, one was in German. And I don't know if you've ever been in a classroom full of people that are English, but we're not good with other languages, and that's not a thing that we can do very well. So, the teacher gave us a task. We had to go through one of the poems word by word and just spit out, or write down, hopefully not spit out, whatever word came into mind using the word that wasn't in English. So for instance, "sprachen Sie" in German with a Russian accent for some reason just comes out as sausage or something weird like that, because human brains are weird and tricky. And it was really weird to see what we came out with. My poem was in German and I don't speak German and I don't do anything to do with languages that well that aren't English, unless I have a Wikipedia summary of what it actually means written in front of me. So, this is what I came out with. Were Kant's knights seen under horses about, daring dead outer waffle rifts, after in torso stomach notches we in candelabra, in the scenes schlong near Zurich, sick halt and glaze, since Kant's night of bug under bush did blend, and in pants drenched of love Kant's night in lichen, getting your gentle mitten of death Zurich bug. Since studs die, Einstein enthralled and killed under school digestion stirs, and glimmers night so we Rasta fight, and break night as alien seamen random, as we eat stem. Then is keen Stella, dies ditched night sight, you must die, leave Andy. Which I think is a textbook example of why leaving a poet-type person alone in a room with some German words and a blank piece of paper is never a good idea. But then it got worse. So, after we wrote down these little insane ramblings, our teacher had us do another thing. And that thing was having us take the gibberish that we'd written and make it into complete sentences. Oh, I hear you ask, what's so bad about that? Well, when you have my brain, complete sentences aren't a good. So anyway, this is what I came up with. Were Kant's eyes seeing superheroes about, they'd die outside rifts. After, in his torso, notches were burned. In Kant's schlong, near his stomach, sickness had halted his gaze. Since Kant's hate philosophy, no more did they bend in pants drenched. In love, Kant's night would end with him getting a gentle handy, or death would do them part. Since all studs must die, Einstein was loved and killed under the school science fair. The blood in the moonlight glimmered and glistened all night. Night broke out over the alien world. It was random. Aliens eat stems, then die. Bitches die every night, so you should leave Andy. We had to come up with a title for that, but I just called it a Freudian nightmare. Then the teacher said the one thing that I'd really had my fingers crossed that he wasn't gonna say. "Alright class, who's ready to read out those poems for me?" And all of a sudden you could hear the tightening of 32 collective anuses who'd all written something similar to me. There were a lot of dead in a ditch kind of poems, okay? It was great but also terrifying. A terrifying look into the mind of the average student. Now, I'm a pretty nerdy person, but I also know that in order to maintain the status quo, rhymes, you have to do things with your poetry to make it like everybody else's, otherwise everyone just sort of turns around and looks at you, and my anxiety can't handle that kind of stress. It's horrible. So, I had to quickly come up with a poem that was very much like mine, but very much like everyone else's. And I actually did. This is called A Derailed Train of Thought. It's on this paper. If Kant saw superheroes fly, he'd die, and they'd die. In Kant's stomach, he'd feel sick, then he'd die. Superheroes hate philosophy. They also hate bending over. That's how they die. All studs must die, so Einstein did. The blood in the moonlight glistened all night. Aliens eat stems, then die. Life is short, so leave Andy and be happy. It's true. Leave Andy. And that is basically my weird writing story for the week, and I just thought that the exercise was really cool, even though what came out of it probably could have been better and taught me less about everyone's inner desire to murder things and hump them. And yeah, that was that. I hope you like this video. The next video will be coming on Tuesday. I'll try and link to the German poem that I wrote it from in the description. And that's all for now. Bye. Bye. Bye.